Ladies and gentlemen, the celebration event will start in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the celebration event will start in 2 minutes.
I declare the celebration open.
A very warm welcome to all of you gathered here today as we celebrate the achievements of our students who are graduating this summer. This is not a normal degree ceremony, but then these are not normal times. The global pandemic has impacted all of our lives in ways that we could never have imagined only 18 months ago. You have adapted, you have persevered, you have shown more resilience, ingenuity and tenacity than any graduating cohort before you. And we are proud that you have overcome all of the challenges to achieve your degree. Graduations are a defining moment in the university's calendar, and your graduation is a defining moment of your life. It's a moment that we as a university could not let pass without the celebration and the recognition that it deserves. This summer, we are one of only a few universities that are holding any kind of graduation celebration on campus. And the events and activities we are hosting today demonstrate the value we place on you and your achievements. We hope that you will enjoy this opportunity to be reunited with each other, to share your success with friends and family, to put on your robes, and to recognise and reflect on your achievements. This may not be an ordinary graduation ceremony, but this has not been an ordinary year. During the pandemic, the university community has stepped up and played its part in the nation's response to the crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions for those suffering from it, and have contributed to the understanding of the disease so we might all better deal with it. You have all played a part. Many of you have supported vulnerable members of the community in Selly Oak and in your own communities further afield, distributing food and medicine to those most in need, volunteering in hospitals, helping neighbours. You are extraordinary people. We are proud of you, and we are here to celebrate your achievements. You came to the University of Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourself, and you wanted to equip yourselves for the next phase of your life. Your experience will not, in all regards, have been what you were expecting, but you stand here today having overcome all the barriers and having achieved your goals nonetheless. While you have studied with us, you have enriched our community, made new friends, and explored new horizons. As you graduate this summer, you graduate as an enriched person, someone of high achievement, someone who has tested themselves and succeeded. These degree celebrations in the Green Heart are a first in what is a university of firsts. This was the first campus university, the first to incorporate a medical school, the first to allow women to take medical degrees, and the first to create a women's hall of residence. More recently, we were the first university to open a secondary school, and even more recently, we were the first to establish a Pillar 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19 during the early days of the pandemic. Perhaps today represents a first for you. Let me particularly congratulate those of you who are the first in your families to graduate. Others of you will be the first in your family to study in this country, or maybe the first to achieve a postgraduate qualification. Some of you today may even be the first to make a particular discovery in your area of doctoral research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic, and you have each overcome challenges that few others have faced before, and will have stories of what that has meant for you. Today, after all, is a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds, and nationalities who animate this great university. Each of you gathered here represent an individual chapter written into the history of the university. All of you will have your own unique and personal story of what it has taken for you to get here and the challenges that you have faced. Each of you can feel extraordinarily proud of what you have accomplished. The pandemic is the most catastrophic global health emergency any of us has ever seen. It has put life sciences and health sciences research in the spotlight and highlighted the remarkable job that we could do individually, but particularly when we work as teams to apply our skills and dedication to deal with complex problems. One example of that is the contribution that our PhD students and young postdoctoral scientists made in setting and running up coronavirus testing facilities at the start of the pandemic. And some of you may have been involved in this. Under the leaderships of my colleagues, Professor Alan McNally and Alex Richter, we led the National Lighthouse Laboratory at Milton Keynes and established the country's first operational turnkey laboratory in the medical school to deliver regional testing at a time when testing capacity was absolutely at a minimum. Some of you who have undertaken PhDs or research projects as part of your degrees will have refocused these to address urgent questions brought on by the pandemic. And the knowledge that we have gained has allowed us in remarkably short time to begin to understand this devastating disease. And it's this ability to use science and to use the knowledge and expertise that we gain to rapidly assess and address a new problem that will allow the world to recover from this terrible disease. COVID and the consequences of the pandemic are still with us and will be with us for many years, and it's highlighted the critical importance to society of skilled and highly qualified science graduates and researchers who can help us deal with and eventually solve the long-standing and multiple problems that underlie health in our societies. Whatever career path you follow, you take with you the knowledge and understanding that you have gained as students here in Birmingham, and we wish you well. Today marks the end of one kind of relationship with the university and the start of a new one. Today you become a member of a distinguished family, a family with over 300,000 members in more than 170 countries around the world, the alumni of the University of Birmingham. Our alumni engage in an astonishing array of projects and professions, and we look forward to witnessing your own professional achievements and successes being added to that list in the years to come. Those who are with you have many reasons to be proud today. We share in that pride, and in that spirit of pride and accomplishment, I now hand over to my colleague, Professor Prem Kumar, to continue this celebration event.
It's my pleasure and privilege to read out the prizes that have been awarded to the graduates in this room today. If I may ask then that we clap at the end in a massive clap and celebration for all of them, rather than following each name. That might make things a bit easier for me as well as for all of us, I hope. So let me go through the prizes. Starting with biomedical science, biomedical materials science, the Biomaterials Foundation Prize for the highest mark in final year, Miss Shirin Anari. Whoa, if that was any of our students, they're not listening. B, MedSci Biomedical Material Science, I'm still with that one. The Susan Westwood Memorial Prize in Biomaterials, also Miss Shirin Anari. Look, we'll do a clap at the end, otherwise I'm going to have to keep stopping. I'm going to rush through them otherwise. BSc Biomedical Science, Year 3. The Binding Site BSc Biomedical Science Year 3 Prize, Ruby Fell. The Frank Leighton Kerr Prize, Charlie Nielsen. The Global Challenge Press Release First Prize, Genevieve Monahan. The Global Challenge Press Release Second Prize, Sophia Godfrey. The Global Challenge Video First Prize, shared by Sandra Afonso, Harshimran Dat, Zachary Lim, and Natasha Williams. The Global Challenge Video Second Prize, Jamie Cowley, Ruby Fell, Isabel McNabb, Morwena Oldfield, and Khadija Begum. The Physiological Society Prize, Natasha Williams. The Society for Endocrinology Prize, Alexandra Henman. The Sir Arthur Thompson Trust Excellence Prize for the Best Research Project, decided by Aviva, Emma Ashman. The Sir Arthur Thompson Trust Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Year, Jamie Cowley. And the Undergraduate Pharmacology Prize, Jamie Cowley. Moving on now to the Intercalated BMed Sci. The Frank Leighton Kerr Prize for Intercalation, Jamila Sheikh. Intercalated BMed Sci Society for Endocrinology Prize, Emily Warmington, with commendations to the runners-up, Matthew Kalari and Imogen Tasker. Intercalated Clinical Sciences Award, Emily Warmington. Intercalated Sciences Award as well, Heidi Lawson. The Sir Arthur Thompson Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Year, Jamila Sheikh. The Intercalated Clinical Sciences Award, Dowd Chowdhury. The John Coote Prize, Emily Beasley. The Andrew Shanks Prize for Excellence in Research Conduct, Mahish Bava. The Frank Leighton Kerr Prize, Alice Russell. The Sir Arthur Thompson Trust Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Year, Ben Stanley. The Claire Ripley Intercalated Award nominees, these are the nominees who will go forward to select the winner, are Heidi Lawson, Dowd Chowdhury, Emily Warrington, Suzanne Smith, Benjamin Harris, Ben Stanley, Louise Griffin, Juliet Burridge, Katrina Nash, and Privyashini Ramesh. The Peter Hall Prize in Neuropsychiatry, Louise Griffin. The Andrew Shanks Prize for Excellence in Research Conduct, Rachel Namal. The Sir Arthur Thompson Trust Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Year for Intercalation, Katrina Nash. Intercalated BSc Clinical Anatomy Prize for the Best Student, shared by Benjamin Harris and Oscar Thompson. The Sir Arthur Thompson Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Year, Benjamin Harris. The Leonard Liebling Award in Pharmacy for 2021, Joseph Costello-Dunn. Second prize for the Leonard Liebling Award for Sani Mahmood. And third prize for the Leonard Liebling Award, Adam Bikua. And the Pharmacy Prize for Research Project, Arif Ghani. That's the end of the prizes. You can all now let rip with some claps. Everyone here has obviously won today, but congratulations to those of you for getting your prizes. I will now pass over to our student rep, Olivia Ellsmark.
Take a moment to look around. What a nice change that we can be here all together in person and not on Zoom. We are all fully dressed. There are no pajama bottoms or slippers in sight, well, at least as far as I can see. You all look fantastic, and I can't tell you how nice it is to see all of your smiling and happy faces from here. Today marks a momentous occasion. Achieving any degree requires hard work and dedication. But achieving a degree, reaching this goal during a global pandemic, is no small achievement. And we did it. We all dug deep, showed resilience and passion, and pulled it off with countless cups of coffee, red velvet cake from Medcaf, Tesco meal deals, a few late nights in the computer cluster, maybe a few tears, but hopefully a lot more laughs. We should all be very proud of ourselves. So come on, let's give ourselves a massive round of applause. We are now official graduates of the University of Birmingham. For the few of you who don't know me, I'm Olivia, and I'm a biomedical science student with an industrial placement year. All of us here today chose the University of Birmingham. We chose to study at the College of Medical and Dental Sciences. We arrived here as mere strangers from across 150 countries, and what united us then, and what unites us now, is our curiosity and passion to improve health and well-being. At the core of that, we want to make a difference to people's lives. To put it simply, we care. Now, today it is worth remembering that the word graduate comes from the Latin word gradus, which means step, to step forwards. Now, many parents and guardians in the audience today might be thinking quite the opposite. Many of us spent a lot more time at home than we imagined, and yes, maybe, just maybe, some of us took a step back and conveniently forgot how to cook our dinners, how to operate a washing machine, or even use a Hoover. I know I'm guilty of that. So on behalf of my fellow graduates here today, I want to say a big thank you to all the parents and guardians. Thank you for your support, love, and patience. Many of us, though, stepped up and showed up in the fight against COVID-19 by organising food runs like the one in Selly Oak, which supported both locals and students who were isolating or shielding. Others delivered groceries to their elderly neighbours back at home, or supported COVID-19 testing on campus. Your collective efforts to step up and make a difference proudly reflect our cohort's commitment to care. We have all worked incredibly hard to get to this point. Many of us have spent what may feel like endless hours in the library, armed with blankets, pillows, and kettles. And for the lucky ones out there, they managed to combine revision with bagging themselves a mention on Brumble, which is always an appreciated ego boost. Friends, you have been there for us through all the ups and downs. You have reminded us about upcoming deadlines. You've told us when we're stressing for no reason. And you've been by our side, cramming the nights before exams. We have done it together. Lecturers, you've inspired us, pushed us, and supported us throughout our academic journey. You've fostered a collaborative working ethos, and for those of us who had the opportunity within their degrees to take placements or years in industry or internships, we've seen the value in this. With your guidance and teaching, we feel ready to take the next steps in our lives. So on behalf of my fellow graduates, thank you. But of course, life at university is so much more than just studying. It is about having the freedom to try new things, have fun, and make lasting memories. And prior to COVID coming and crashing the party, we did know how to have fun. Many of us took advantage of the far-ranging Medstock societies on offer, from theatre and music groups to sports teams and charities. Some of us dressed up for Medball, and some in fancy dress for the hop. And probably all of us enjoyed the infamous Heidi drink. And if you haven't, well, I've got the secret recipe, so just hit me up. We share fond memories of Birmingham, attending concerts at the O2 Academy Arena, spending way too much money in the Bullring, and grabbing a bite to eat at Digby's Dining Club. And some of us have memorable, or arguably not so memorable, memories of nights out on Broad Street, Sports Night and Fab. I know personally I'm definitely going to miss singing, or rather screaming from the tops of my lungs, Angels by Robbie Williams with a couple of EKs in hand. We have come a long way, and I am so excited to see where we will go. We are a class of talented, passionate, and resilient graduates. So one step in front of the other, we've got this. Class of 2021, it has been an honor and a privilege to experience these life-shaping years with you. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best. Congratulations, we did it.
Well, thank you very much, Olivia, for those heartfelt words, quite difficult to follow. Good afternoon to you all. It's a great pleasure to join you here today. I'm appreciative of the fact that you're all standing up and we've been sitting down here, so I'll try not to detain you too much longer. But as we gather here to mark your achievements during your time at the University of Birmingham, you will no doubt remember the first day when you came to study here. I remember mine from 45 years ago. It was perhaps a heady mix of excitement and anxiety and a concern about who my next door neighbour would be. Perhaps you'll have different memories to that. But since then, you have met new people, developed new ideas, overcome new challenges, and you've grown academically, grown intellectually, you've grown personally. And as we've heard today, you are graduates, alumni of the University of Birmingham. And congratulations to you all. Let's give yourselves just one more big round of applause. So it really is an enormous privilege for me to be able to congratulate you and witness this sense of joy on your faces and on this beautiful sunny day with a cooling breeze. Indeed, it is a special privilege this year, of all years, to be attending a degree celebration in person. And I'd particularly like to thank my colleagues who have been working to plan these celebration events for many weeks and months. Your success serves as a great testament to this great university, and you should all be proud of yourselves as we are of you. And as you graduate from the university, you can be confident that you're leaving with something of real and lasting value. A University of Birmingham degree is valued by the country's top employers who recognise that the university provides you with an outstanding education, equipping you with intellectual curiosity, confidence, knowledge, and transferable skills, such as are required to thrive in your careers and to make a difference in the world. Ever since the foundation of this university, obtaining a degree has required perseverance, tenacity, and personal resilience. But as the graduating class of 2021, you have probably shown those qualities in greater abundance than perhaps any who have gone before you. And many of you will have faced significant personal challenges, whether you recovered from COVID-19 yourself, spent periods self-isolating, coping with working, studying from home, or took on extra caring responsibilities. And some of you will have experienced the sadness of a personal loss. But you will know the ways in which the pandemic has affected you, but you should all be proud of all you've accomplished in the face of adversity, and should not forget the character that you've shown, because that's something you can draw on as a strength in the future. You've seen your way through uncertain and difficult times, and so whatever challenges you face in the future, you will be as well placed as any to meet and overcome them. I'm sure you will also want to think of and thank those people who have supported you, not only during the pandemic, but throughout your lives to date, whether they be family, friends, or other people who've just been there when you've needed them, helping you to make it to this celebration here today. So as you leave graduation, you'll be going out into a world that desperately needs you. It's a world that you can help to make, to remake, to reshape, a world that needs the kind of skills and abilities and commitments that characterizes University of Birmingham students and graduates. Per ardua ad alta, that's the university's motto, which means through great efforts to high things. Your great efforts have already brought you to high things, the degrees that we're celebrating today. But your efforts will now take you to new places and still greater heights, and you will test yourselves and prove yourselves, and I think you will help to rebuild a better future for us all. As Professor Adams has already said, we welcome you today into the University of Birmingham alumni community. There are over 300,000 alumni around the world. In fact, there are now only 14 countries where you won't find a Birmingham graduate. But this university was also founded with a clear vision of changing the city of Birmingham and the lives of those living within it. And I'm sure the city of Birmingham has a special place in your hearts. Our founder, Joseph Chamberlain, set about raising money from philanthropists that was required to build the university. And, of course, our famous clock tower, Old Joe. Sadly, Old Joe doesn't have any hands at the moment, but I'm pleased to say they weren't stolen. But actually, it was an anonymous donation back in the early 1900s that made the construction of Old Joe possible. More than 100 years later, we're continuing to fulfill Chamberlain's vision of transforming lives with our fundraising and volunteering campaign, which is known as Birmingham in Action. It is an ambitious and innovative campaign that's offering life-changing opportunities for young people, regardless of their background, and is already supporting a broad range of groundbreaking research projects, too, that will transform the world for future generations. So I hope, as alumni of this university, this will be a campaign that you can be proud of. I would encourage you to join from others across our community by getting involved with this campaign, sharing its impact, and becoming part of it as your careers unfold. In this way, you'll be able to continue to help change the lives of future generations of Birmingham students, who hopefully will be experiencing this same feeling of celebration and achievement in the years to come. But wherever you are in the world, you can be assured that you'll always be a part of the Birmingham family, and I think you will feel that you're carrying a part of Birmingham with you. We hope to welcome you back in the future, whether that's for further study or to help mentor a student or to come back to an event or just simply to come and enjoy the Green Heart as you will be doing shortly today. You can be confident that we will be here to provide you with advice, to support you, to celebrate you, and to celebrate with you as your lives and careers develop. So in a moment, I will bring this particular celebration to a close, and I'm sure you're looking forward to celebrating further with your family and friends. In view of the gusty winds, please be careful if you throw your caps in the air. But first, let me, in all seriousness, thank you for everything that you have given to us and to each other during your studies with us. The University of Birmingham would not exist but for its remarkable students, and each one of you has made your contribution to this institution and left a legacy for the benefit of future generations. So I wish you every success, and I trust that your experiences at Birmingham will continue to shape your lives, and congratulations to you all once more. And now I declare this degree celebration closed.